Good afternoon. Hope you're having a great day. You know, very often we hear about these remarkable stories from anonymous people. And we always wonder who these people are and would love to know their name. In this week's Torah portion, we get introduced to Moses, the first Jewish leader who takes the Jewish people out of Egypt. But when the Torah introduces us to him and his birth, the Torah says like this: there's a man from the tribe of Levi who took a woman from the tribe of Levi. Very strange, anonymous words. Tell us who they are. Who are these remarkable people who end up becoming the parents of Moses and Aaron and Miriam, the three greatest leaders to live in the generation that took the Jews out of Egypt? Why can't the Torah tell us who it is? And in fact, later we find out who it is. It's Amram and Yocheved. Amram, the grandson of Levi, the third child of Jacob, and Yocheved, the daughter of Levi, get married. But why doesn't the Torah tell us their name? Why does it remain anonymous? And the Rebbe tells us something remarkable in one of his talks. The Rebbe says that very often people wonder about themselves. I'm an ordinary person. I'm a simple person. What could I really accomplish? Could I really change the world? Could I really have a child that's going to change the world? And therefore the Torah, when it introduces us to the greatest leader in the Jewish people, begins introducing them as Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous without telling us who their names are. Because what the Torah is trying to imply to us is there's no such a thing as an ordinary person. Every human being has the power and the strength to be able to create and give birth to a Moses. It's a tremendously encouraging insight, you see, because when we try hard enough and we have good intentions, we have remarkable outcomes. Vayikach ish mi beis Levi, Mr. Anonymous comes and takes Mrs. Anonymous, and together Moses is born. There's this old anecdote about this rabbi, a very famous rabbi. He came into a city, and he comes to the city, and he's looking for a place to stay. And he comes to the inn, and he asks the innkeeper, and the guy says, I'm sorry, I don't have a space. He says, please, he's begging him, it's freezing outside, it's winter. He said, you could sleep next to the fire. Goes on the floor, sleeps next to the furnace. The next morning, when he wakes up, people hear that he's in town, and everyone comes to visit him. And the innkeeper sees all these people coming to visit this man. He says, who is this? They say, you don't know who this is? This is a great rabbi. So he feels terrible. He didn't give the rabbi a room, and he made him sleep next to the furnace. So he comes to apologize. He says, I'm so sorry. I didn't know who you were. I apologize. Please forgive me. And the rabbi says, I can't forgive you. He says, why can't you forgive me? I'm asking for an apology. I'm feeling terrible for what I did. He says, you see, yesterday, when I came in, and you told me to sleep by the fire, by the furnace, you didn't insult this great rabbi. You insulted a simple, ordinary man. Today, you're asking forgiveness from a great rabbi. You need to find that simple, ordinary man and ask them for forgiveness. Ultimately, there is no ordinary person. Each one of us could rise to the occasion to make a difference in the world, to change the world, and to do good things. Last night, I had the honor of hearing Erin Molan speak, a remarkable non-Jewish woman from Australia, 40 years old, who was a TV anchor on Sky News and has become a voice of moral clarity on Israel. She speaks from the heart. She speaks with empathy. She really cares, and she's able to see right from wrong. And she gets death threats, and people hate her and send her hate mail. In fact, just yesterday in the morning, someone posted on social media that she's in New York, someone should find her and kill her, literally. And I asked her, why do you do this? You don't have to. You can live a regular life. You're famous. You're beautiful. Go. Why is this bothering you so much? And she said, you know, I could take the easy route and say, listen, my daughter's the most important thing in my life, and I want to protect her. So therefore, I'm not going to take a stance on this. But if I don't speak now, she's going to grow up in a much more dangerous world. If we don't have the moral courage to speak against fundamentalist Islam, against extremism, against the hate, against the killing, the murder, then what are our kids going to have to grow up with? What kind of world will they live in? And her father, who was in the Australian Army, was the same way. A man who spoke out with integrity. And that's Erin Molan. She's an ordinary person from Australia who's doing extraordinary things to speak out for the people of Israel. God bless you and have a great day.